In today's MTG box analysis, we're going to review the set distribution and pack eligibility for Dominaria Remastered. We'll then take a look at the set distribution versus the cards that we saw in this box. We'll go over coverage metrics, take a look at the current set value, the value that we saw in this box, and we'll close it out with a summary. If you want to go deeper into the analysis and see all of the metrics for this box plus at least 80 others, simply join the channel at the Give Me the Data level. The Dominaria Remastered set contains a total of 456 cards. Every single card is a reprint from Magic's history. More specifically, they're reprints from 27 sets that took place on Dominaria. The main set consists of 261 cards, and of those, 150 are available in retroframe, and 45 of those are available in borderless with new artwork. In draft booster packs, you can see nearly all the cards in the set, both in foil and non-foil. The only exception are the 10 retroframe basic lands. In draft packs, you can only pull the non-foil versions of those cards. In collector booster packs, you can't see any of the 261 cards in traditional frame in non-foil, but they are all available in foil. You also can't pull any of the retroframe basic lands in non-foil. They will all be foil in the collector booster packs, and you're guaranteed to see one per pack. Now let's take a look at the set distribution versus the cards observed. This chart shows all the cards we saw during the opening with the non-foils in green, the foils in orange, and the set in gray as the baseline. As you can see, the only non-foils that we saw were in retroframe and borderless. This box featured 36 retroframe and 12 borderless, which works out to 3 retros and 1 borderless per pack. In the foil space, we saw a variance of 4 cards from the primary colors of Magic, with red having 13 from the main set and blue having 17. We also saw 31 foil retroframes and 5 foil borderless in this box. Moving into coverage, in the non-foil space, we saw 36 of the 150 retro frames, giving us 24% coverage of the category. We also saw 12 of the 45 borderless for 27% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 127 unique cards, which gave us 28% coverage of the set. Pivoting to coverage by rarity, in the non-foil space, we saw 65% of the commons and 21% of the uncommons that we were eligible to see. We also saw 18 rares for 22% coverage and 6 mythics for 16% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 54% of the commons, 25% of the uncommons, 20 rares for 14% coverage, and 4 mythics for 7% coverage. In total, these 12 packs contain 38 rares and 10 mythics. Before we go over the value that we saw in this box, let's baseline with a look at the value of the Dominaria Remastered set using pricing from January 14th, one day after release. Currently, the set features 26 cards valued over $10, 25 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 86 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 319 cards in the set are valued less than $1. If you were to add up the value of all 456 cards using non-foil prices, you'd have a grand total of $814.37 in market value. Now let's take a look at the value that we saw in this box, starting off with the non-foils. For this chart, I've broken down the retro frames by color and category so you can see the distribution a little bit easier. Unfortunately, none of the non-foil retro frames that we saw in this box were valued over $10, but 2 of our borderless cards did fall into this dollar range. They were the Urza's Incubator, valued at $22.56, and the Urza Lord High Artificer, valued at $29 even. We did see 1 retro frame and 4 borderless cards valued between $5 and $10, and 9 retro frames and 3 borderless valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 29 non-foils in the box were valued less than $1. In the foil space, I feel like we did pretty darn good. We saw 6 cards valued over $10, including the retro frame Hunting Grounds, valued at $12.35, the Worldly Tutor at $16.83, and the Mystic Remora, currently valued at $17.82. And in the borderless space, we saw the Maze of Ith, valued at $12.98, the Entome, valued at $22.63, and then the Sylvan Library, valued at $71.03. We also saw 5 foils valued between $5 and $10, and 26 foils valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 95 foils in the box were all valued less than $1. So how did this box perform? Well, I purchased this box from my local game store for $274.99 on release day. The collector booster box we just opened contained 12 packs with 15 cards each, allowing us to see 180 cards. Currently, there are no market prices for the double-sided tokens, so for today's box, we're just going to go ahead and skip them. The 36 non-foil retroframe cards have a market value of $39.23. The 12 borderless non-foils are currently valued at $89.49, and the 96 foils from the main set are currently valued at $64.26. The 31 retro frame foils that we saw are valued at $89.26, and the 5 borderless foils are currently valued at $113.88, thanks mostly due to that Sylvan library. This brings the grand total for the box up to $396.12, which is a gain of $121.13 over my purchase price and equates to a return of 144%. Please keep in mind that it's still early and prices are likely to fall over the coming 2 to 4 weeks as more of this product is open. Now, for those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, this box contained 34 cards valued over $2, and they have a combined value of $318.80, which accounts for 80% of the total box value. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to come back on Wednesday when we're going to open and analyze a draft booster box of Dominaria Remastered. Until then, do something amazing.